you is called determining factors. What did I say it's called? They determines your success. Of course, those factors, we have two factors embedded in us, a positive factor and a negative factor. So we always encourage us, focus on the positive factors, focus on the, of course, the factors that empowers you, and of course, focus on the winner, ignore the loser and the negative factors inside of you. Those positive factors and winner inside of you are courage to take action, commitment to follow the process, determination, vitality, fidelity. They are the factors that help men succeed in life. The factor that stop men from succeeding, stop men, are of course negative factors and the loser. You focus on them, whatever you focus on expand. They are called the fear, doubt, anger, bitterness, resentment. These are the factors that stop men from succeeding in life. So you are the most important factor. Tell your neighbor, you are the most important factor. Tell your neighbor, I am the most important factor. So we always encourage us, since you are the most important factor, you need to improve yourself. So we have this topic today, should be part 4. It's called the process of production. The process of production. Anything you want to produce in your life, anything, this should be to the part 4. Part 4. So anything you want to produce, you are in charge. So when you understand the process, you can only repeat the result. How to grow a big allowance. How to grow a big allowance. A big allowance for your growth, for your abundance, the money you are looking for, the success you are looking for. We have about 7 or 8 outlines. The first one is called the context for the concept. The context for the concept. The second is called we're looking at it, God's success system. God's success system, which is be, do, have. To have something, you must actually be that person and do the activities that will give you the results you need to have. So the process of production. The process of production. So, and number 4, we have here the harvest time. So every seed you have, of course, has to be subjected to a process of time. So those seeds are potentials that's already embedded in you. You have those potentials already, but those potentials are in raw form that needs to be submitted to a process of time. Why do you need to submit to a process of time? So that it can burn, it can refine. Like gold must pass through fire for the guy to shine and become valuable. Of course, diamond must pass through pressure. Human being must pass through a process. Those process was not meant to kill you. Those process was meant to make you stronger. Tell your neighbor, I'm stronger. You have to be stronger to survive every condition at all. And number 5 here, we have here the 4 grounds. The 4 grounds. Okay, so you have to look at that. Number 6, how big is your allowance? How big is your allowance? Okay, looking at it. Number 7, we have here brown but not baked. Brown but not baked. Okay, I think increase my own here. There's something about it. The divine suddenly. Okay, thank you so much. So we always tell others that this whole process, God's systems, is that there are seasons. You must understand seasons in your life, which describes, of course, with purpose. God's season describe purpose, and you must also know that seeds that God put in your hand describe potentials. So all of us have seeds of greatness, and then there must be some time, because why the time so that I can grow to become that person. Of course, it describe process, and harvest describe produce. So if you want to actually get some results, you have to understand, you have to grow in secret. You have to grow downward before you grow upward. You have to develop the roots. So you must grow, number 1, in secret. That's what we discussed. Number 2, you must grow in silence. Number 3, you must grow without what? Without celebrating. You must grow without celebrating. Number 4, you must grow without what? Recognition. You must grow without recognition. So number 5, you must grow without what? Reward. You must grow without reward. So, and this is the moment where growth actually happens. You have to grow down before you grow up. So some revision is that God planted what he wants to produce. God sow where what he wants to grow. Invest where he expects increase. So purpose always precedes power. Until you find a sense of purpose for your life, you will live a life void of power and passion. You will be so surprised why some people are so passionate about doing things, but I can't find something passionate about, because you have not actually discovered, because something you discover, develop, and deploy. So you must know that every seed we talk about describe purpose, seeds describe potentials, And anything that seed is anything that have the potentials to build a system and structure to produce more than itself. So when you talk about time, you talk about the process of that seed that it needs to grow. So it's a process by which investment divide return on investment, the process by which it involves time. So we discussed so many things. So many things. We said that if you save a caterpillar from the cocoon that it was trying to turn to a butterfly, you have totally disrupted, interrupted, ultimately derailed the process of without celebrating. You have to grow without recognition. You have to grow without reward. So before you can see the reward, so you can see success people, you can see people's success, victories, achievement, but you may not always see the seasons of them growing downward in secret, in of course in silence, without celebrating, without recognition, and without reward. Anyone that is seriously shining in terms of achievement, prosperity, progress, strategic position, that person has endured a season of growth in silence. So Jesus Christ said something. He said, if you want to pray, go in your closet, pray that your Father that sits in secret will reward you openly. So open reward always an evidence of secret growth. So there's no need to bypass the secret search and expect an open reward. There's no need to bypass it, because we know without there's no harvest without the process. So when I talk about the time, that's where we stopped. The process of production. The process of production involves the time. The process of production involves time. So he said that why the time? Why the time is because God has finished everything he has created. He's waiting for you to grow to become the person in the picture. So the time is not about waiting on God. It's about God waiting on you to become the person in the picture. So be strong enough to survive your own success. So you must be strong to survive your own success. Even though the hair, as long as he's a child, different nothing from the servant, though he be Lord of all, but must be under tutor, governors, until the time appointed by the Father. So you are legally the owner of many things, but you cannot actually, because you're still a child, you are refused to take responsibility. God will not allow you because of immaturity. The child is born, but the son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, because children they don't handle responsibility. Only sons handle responsibility, because immature minds think that when I'm successful, there will be no trouble in my life. When I make a lot of money, when I'm a person of influence, center of influence, there's no trouble at all. That's what immature mind think. If I have this money now, 10 million now, 50 million now, my life don't matter. I don't get what I get. I lie. No problem, no trouble. That is why God understand that you need to you need to grow and become the person that can handle the difficult time. Like I keep saying yesterday, it takes a man who has lived on high and low that will handle the 7 years of plenty and 7 years of lack. Joseph was a big boy in his father's house, but all of a sudden he was in a pit, down there. He has experienced hunger. Then he went to Potiphar's house as a slave. He has worked himself to become the most trusted servant, and of course the slave. All of a sudden he was enjoying, and next thing he's in prison. So the guy have enjoyed hard times. He has been like Apostle Paul that was said, I can abound in many, I can abound in lack. That means no matter the condition you put him, he understand that any condition you are, either principles you don't compromise. You have to pay yourself, you have to discipline yourself, you have to deny yourself of pleasure to enjoy tomorrow, of course, gains. Because there are two deadly great in life. Either they pay me two pains, pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So you prefer the pain of discipline than the pain of regret. And if he has thought that Potiphar's house is where he is supposed to be, and compromise, he may never be the prime minister of Egypt. But see what happened? He endured the pain of discipline, and of course he amounted. So he told them that 7 years of plenty, 7 years of lack, and everybody must say 1/5 of their produce for that 7 years. He was so disciplined that no matter how much they do, 1/5 must be saved, meaning that 20% of all their incomes, all their produce must be saved for the years of lack. And the family was not a problem for them, because he understand that when you move to the arena of success, there are few things that you fight there. Number one is jealousy and envy. Number two, haters and critics. Number three, distractors and subtractors. Number four, fraudsters and scammers. Number five, liars and thieves. So there are people that once you mount the stage as a center of your arena of your success, while are they? So think of success as entering into a dimension that needed to become more skillful, more calculated, more spiritually aggressive, and success and this success will place a demand on you. And if you see it as a promised land, which is the end of wilderness and the beginning of struggle. So there are challenges there. Whether you do this business, there will be challenge. You do it, there will be challenge. So as if whether you plan for your 6 months, 6 months will still come and go. You don't plan, no, it will still come and go. So the fact is that it's better to plan, better to say, okay, let me equip myself. No more complaining. What can I do? Imagine ask yourself, what can I do? Ideas will start coming. Internal ideas. I keep telling you that not all the birds are what? Eagles. Not all the cats are what? Lion. Not all human beings are what? Royalty. So you know, some people, there are few kings around in every community, maybe one king in every village. But you see, that's to tell you that not all the people are ready to do what kings do. That is my problem. So anyone in the arena of success, center of influence, seizing cities, taking territories, defeating giants, claiming promises, possessing promises, etc., must have gone through a wilderness, dry land, season of abandonment, rejection, sabotage, etc., wondering if God even know their name. That is the biggest challenge. Some people don't that. So we stopped today, yesterday. Yes or yes? There's something I mentioned yesterday that we used to close out yesterday's class. Let me look for it. I think I mentioned something. Yeah, I said that considering a process like a fast food or a gym, that fast food will get you a lot of pleasure, but you won't like who you are becoming. Gym will get you a lot of pain, but you will like who you are becoming. So we are still in number 3. We will soon finish number 3. I think we should be able to finish that today and even go far, because number 3 has been the major process of production. So you have to understand that before you eat that akara must pass through the process of grinding, pass through the process of frying it in hot oil. Yes or yes? Before you chop that akara. Yes or yes? You know, you are looking at me, says if you don't eat akara, okay, no problem. That's your food that you like to eat. That food must pass through fire. Then fire. You go burn and burn and burn, and the guy they cry, but another time you go sweet you. I tell you, every process of production, even the chair you are sitting down today, that chair is sitting down to fire, pass through fire. The shoe you are wearing today, pass through heat. Everything you see that is good, pass through process. Then a process. Nothing just happens. So when you pass through difficult times, through wonderful moments, please, that's not the time to beat yourself. That's not the time to start looking for who to blame. That's not the time to start looking for problems. That's the time you focus on positive. Because the one thing about her life is that the more you focus on positive, the more you'll be empowered. The more you focus on negative and discuss negative things, the more you are down. In fact, the worst thing is to start discussing the problem of Nigeria. After 10 minutes into that discussion, your morale don't low. Morale don't low. BP don't rise. So please, don't discuss the problem of this country. That's why I don't like listening to CNN, which is constant negative news. What I call them? Constant negative news. Because every time they're always telling you bad things, bad. It's always bad things happening to different people. They are different people. But it's always bad thing. Al Jazeera, where they call that one. So always negative. News is not a news except it's negative. Tell your neighbor. News is not a news except it's negative. And news is bad news travel without transport. The only that travel in this life very, very fast without transport is bad news. So don't be part of bad news. Tell your neighbor, don't be part of bad news. Be part of good news. If you check my Facebook or my YouTube, I don't post anything bad. Once anything bad, I don't post. Once anything bad, I don't post, because I cannot be a part of the movement of negative news. I'm a part of movement of good news. They're not good news. Touch yourself, say I'm a success.
I am a success.
You can do better than that. Touch yourself, say I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
Write this one down. It is the wilderness. It is the wilderness journey that makes you unbreakable and unstoppable. It is the wilderness journey. It is the wilderness journey, bracket open, process. Process is a wilderness journey, bracket open, process, bracket closes, that make you unstoppable and unbreakable. It is the process. It's a wilderness journey, bracket open, process, bracket close, that make you unstoppable and unbreakable. So to become an entrepreneur, to become an investor, you must pass through process. Please count it all joy when thou fall into diverse temptation, because he is able to deliver you. He's coming for you. He's with you. He's already with you. When you shall pass through fire, he will be with you. Waters, he will be with you. He did not say if. He said when. So it is a wilderness journey, bracket open, process, that makes you unstoppable and unbreakable. So, and okay, don't write this one down, but listen to me. And I pray that the wilderness journey will make you unstoppable and unbreakable to become the person that can survive your success, the arena of success and greatness of for who to be, for greatness, arena of success and greatness, for you to become the ultimate version of yourself. God planted Joseph in Egypt for 17 years as a 17-year-old young man, and he spent 30. He was not ready to be in power until he was 30 years old. 18 years between his arrival in Egypt, 18 years between his arrival to the place he become the imam, become a prime minister. Why 13 years? Joseph was not waiting on God. God was waiting for Joseph to be the person in the picture, strong enough to survive his own success. So 18 years, Joseph have learned to deal with highs and lows, from favor in his father's house to be forced labor as a slavery. He has learned to become from Potiphar's house to jailhouse, from prison to palace. If you come with highs, you are not ready to be in the arena of success. Because if you will experience outstanding success, of course, you have to become the person in the picture. Anyone at the top will always, that you see, have passed through a process. You have to become the person that can fail forward. You have to become the person that can fail over and over again without not losing your enthusiasm. You must become the person that failure is feedback to them. You must become the person that understands that failure is an event, not a person. Write this one down. Be a person. Be a person that understands. Become the person that understands that failure is an event. Become the person that understands that failure is an event, not a person. Failure is an event, not a person. Failure is an event. You are not a failure. Failure is an event. You are not. It's not a person. Failure is an event. Be the person that understands that failure is an event. Don't ever think that you're a failure. Failure is not a person. It's an event. Full stop. Be the person that understands that failures are feedbacks. Write it down. Be a person that understands that failure are feedbacks. Failure is an event. Failure is a feedback. Be the person that understands that failure is an event. Failure is a feedback. So be the person that understands that failure is just part of the process. It's not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. So for you to become successful, you must encounter a child that is afraid to fall will never walk. So be the person that understand that. So when you say you want to be successful, be ready to deal with some haters, some distractors, envy, jealousy. You must deal with them. So why I'm telling you this, because some lessons are taught in classroom, but the experience is outside classroom. For example, now driving a car, you can teach in a classroom, but the real experience must happen outside the classroom. You must be at the back of the steering. Yes or yes? To have the experience of driving a car. Yes or yes? You can never drive a car on teaching you on the board. Agree with me now? Yes or yes? You cannot swim. Teaching you, I can teach you swimming, but for you to actually have the real experience, it must happen in the swimming pool, inside the water. So some things are taught, but life will test you. Life will put you on exams because you must be promoted. Tell you, I am strong.
I am strong.
So I always tell her, Joseph, don't write this, listen to me. Joseph has to deal with what he has passed through emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. He has to deal with everything that thing define him. Learn to understand the difference between identity and address. Because identity is who you are, address is where you live. Don't allow your address to define your identity. Tell your neighbor, I am more than enough.
I am more than enough.
Joseph, just don't write for me. Listen to me. Let's just move on. I will tell you things to write. Joseph was still Joseph, and the chosen one by God to be a redeemer and a deliverer, a solution to his people, a catalyst for the creation of the people of Israel. So he understood no matter where I am, when I'm in the pit, I'm still the one that the stars and the moon will bow down. You need to grow to the place where you write this one down. You need to grow to the place. All of us need to grow to the place where you are who you are, irrespective of 5 things I will mention. You need to grow to the place. You need to grow to a place, a mindset. You need to grow to a place. You need to grow to a certain mindset where you understand that you are who you are, irrespective of these 5 things I want to mention. You are who you are, irrespective of these 5 things I want to mention. I will tell you the numbers. So you have to grow to understand that whether I chop food, though, I am orphan. I don't chop food, though, I'm still orphan. You need to grow to understand that whether I wear shoe or not, this is who I am. You need to go to a place of understand that things don't define you. You define things. Things don't define you. You define things. You need to a place to understand that you are who you are, irrespective of number 1, where you are. Number 1, where you are. Write it on your note. Number 1, where you are. Where you are. Where you are. Where you are is not as important as who you are. So number 2, you need to grow to a place to understand that you are who you are, irrespective. Number 1, where you are. Number 2, what people think about you. 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 It doesn't matter what people think about you. You are who you are. So just make sure you are following your passion. You are doing the right thing. You are adding value. So it doesn't matter. You need to understand that you are who you are, irrespective of where you are, irrespective of what people think about you. Number 3, what people say about you. What people think. Number 3, what people say about you. What people say about you. What people say. What people say about you. What people think about you. What people say about you. So it doesn't matter, because if you live your life based on people's opinion, your wahala don't start. Because people opinion will never pay your bills. Some will tell you, you are this, some will tell you are that. So you have to be like changing. It doesn't work. So take a stand. Stand for something or you fall for everything. So you must stand for something. So you need to grow to a place to understand that you are who you are, irrespective of number one, where you are, number two, what people think about you. It doesn't matter. Number three, what people say about you. What really matters is that are you pleasing God? Are you serving people well with your gifting, with your talent? Number four, you need to go to a place of understanding that you have to know who you are as a person. You have to know your identity. You have to go to a place of understanding your identity, understanding your identity, understanding your identity, your identity, your identity. If you don't understand your identity, you are thinking you're a failure. You are not a failure. Grow to the place of understanding your identity, that you're a winner, that you're a champion, irrespective of whether you're in a pit, you are a champion. Whether you're a slave in Potiphar's house, you're a champion. Nothing changes your identity. Tell your neighbor, I'm a champion.
I'm a champ.
Tell your neighbor, I'm a success.
I'm a
Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
Why they sell fuel 1,008 per liter, 1,800 per liter, you are a champion, you're a millionaire. US dollar they sell dollar 1,500, 1,006, you are a winner, you're a millionaire. Yes or yes?
Yes.
It doesn't change anything. No matter whether there is money in your pocket or not, you are a millionaire. Say I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
Whether you have eaten since yesterday or not, you are a millionaire. Say I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
It doesn't change because you are passing through a process. Then a process. When diamond they pass through pressure, you know like none of them like pressure now. Do you like pressure? No, but that is what will make you stronger. That will make diamond shine. When then gold they pass through fire, you know like fire they burn, it a pain. Nobody like pains, but the shape that you come out, you will what you really love. So don't complain about things. Open up your mind to say, okay, how can I be a solution? How can I create products? How can I create services? What value can I add? Because see, you need to understand that a man is not a slave until his freedom is taken away from him. So you are not a slave. You are a champion. Tell me, a champion.
I'm a champion.
So number 5, I say you have to go to a place of understanding who you are, irrespective of where you are, what people think about you, what people say about you, irrespective of you have to understand your identity. It doesn't matter where you are, your identity is intact. So number 5, you will know who you are when you know whose you are. You will know who you are when you know whose you are. You will know who you are. You will know who you are when you know whose you are. So when you know who you are, when you know whose you are. So you know that I am a child of God. I am the head and not the tail. You will know who you are based on who you know who you are. So once you understand this, that I'm a king's kid. I'm the priest. I'm the king here. I'm a royal priesthood. There's something you need to understand. No matter what is happening, it doesn't change that fact. So you will know who you are when you know whose you are. If you don't know you are, anything that hey, you're a failure, you say hey, you do personal laugh at you. You just be on people's opinion. So you have to grow to understand who you are when you understand whose you are. So don't settle in the process by remaining hungry, but you must remain hungry for the pursuit of your purpose. So don't settle in the process. Don't say, this wilderness is too much. Moses, make we put tent here. Make we live for wilderness. Our destination is not wilderness. Our destination is promised land. It's not promised land. Remember, this wilderness journey is to go and fight the Hittite, the Jebusite as an entrepreneur. While you are passing through a process, when you enter the market, there are market wolves, there are market giants, there are people already dominating the market, and you're entering the market to go and test the ground. Those people, they will bully you out of the market. I remember when I was in Onitsha trying to, when I was supplying my products in Onitsha, say in Oka, I own a factory that time in Oka. Yeah, this liquid soap and air freshener factory. So we have NAFDAC number for our liquid soap that time. So NAFDAC just came to my factory in Oka and they just gave me the number and then I must produce my product. So I went to all these markets in Onitsha, Ose Market, Relief, Ochanja, all of them, 8 Bridge and all of that. So I was going to find distributors for my product. Most of them, they will collect my product. Okay, drop 10 carton. You see, they go to wow, the drop 10 carton. One nature, where they go. You know, all those things. Come back next tomorrow, come collect money. So me now, I didn't understand the market very well, so I would just drop my 10 carton. They will quickly sell it because I have to bring on the price of my product so I can handle my market penetration through the price reduction. They will use my product and use and do turnover for big companies like PZ and all of that. So when you go to sell, a market no there, Afia no there, you know. So okay, my product now, we don't distribute our market, no distribute anything. They don't sell do turnover for big companies. So they just bully me out of the market. And our big problem was that we are buying products in half bags, measuring some cages. Why those companies buy their products in trailers and drums? So the cost of production for them has dropped already. Yes or yes? Yes. So, but you need to understand these principles. That you have to understand that the markets you are entering, they are not smiling. All those governors, presidents you see, that seat is very, very hot. They can make promise. Look at Renew Hope. Are you enjoying the Renew Hope right now? So, but the fact is that once you have to be tough, you have to be strong. No, Tinubu say you know that you are struggling. You know things are hard, but there's nothing you can do. So wait till we come to the right. There's nothing I can do. You know what I'm trying to say is that you have to be strong enough to become unstoppable and unbreakable, and it happens in the process. In a process. And I want to say this because it took Joseph 18 years to become a prime minister. He entered Egypt at 17 years. But it takes a man that have been through highs and lows to understand the 7 years of plenty represent extreme high in the nation. 7 years of famine represent extreme low of a nation. Only a man who had himself been through extreme highs and low could survive the extreme highs and low of a nation, organization, company, marriage, businesses, ministry, adventure, initiative, project. So it is you that have been through high and so low. When the opportunity comes, things will work together for you. It is the process that make you become the ultimate version of yourself, irrespective of who you are, where you are, of course, what you are doing. Let's go to number 4. Let me show you something very interesting in number 4. The harvest time. Harvest never happen without process. Let me do something like this. Okay, let's see. Write this on the harvest time. Great leaders are always forged. Great leaders are always forged in the fire and woven in the wilderness. Great leaders are always forged in the fire and woven in the wilderness. Great leaders are always forged in the fire and woven in the wilderness. Great leaders are always forged in the fire and woven in the wilderness. Great leaders are always forged in the fire and woven in the wilderness. Great leaders, all of us that want to become great in life. God, I want to be great. God will give you a strong process so they can survive that greatness. I want to be a millionaire. God will pass you through a process so you can survive that millions. If not, so you must become the person who can do the work, strong enough to stand the test of time. So becoming the person who can do the work and have the benefit. So I want to give you 4 examples. 1, 2, 3, 4. Abraham, let's do number 1. Abraham received the promise at 75 years. It took him 25 years, that is 100 years, to have the first child. Yes or yes? 25 years of space, 25 years of process. Abraham received promise at 75 years and have the first child at 100 years. The child of promise at 100 years. So what happened in 25 years? God always gives that gap. Another person here is Joseph. Joseph, of course, went to Egypt at 17 years, and it took him 13 years of process, and he mounted the stage at 30 years. Joseph spent 13 years. Okay, let me tell you what happened to you. The journey that was supposed to take the children of Israel 40 days or so. I took them 40, is it 40 days? 40 years. It's supposed to be 40 days journey. But it took them what? 40 years. Because of what? Complaining and murmuring. The moment you are doing Akbobi with your mentor, you make your journey longer. The more you don't read books, you will repeat a class. Nobody promotes you from JS1 to JS2. If you don't pass your subject, you will repeat that class. And they will not promote you until you pass. Yes or yes? And that is the thing that happens. So God always, this process you are passing through now is to learn. Then learn. Purpose of learning is not just to know, it's not just to practice, it's to gain mastery. Then mastery. Another person here is Moses. Of course, Moses, at 40 years, he left. And he still spent 40 years in the wilderness. 40 years. It was 80 years that God sent him back. So what happened? Why is it that God cannot just move you, anoint you? You give birth today, you grow today, millionaire today, you die today. No. God allow you to grow. Growth. Your growth determines the response. You are complaining, you don't take instructions, you don't accept discipline, set of instruction for a predetermined outcome. You don't, this is why many people that will never grow, succeed in life, because you are fighting everything that's teaching you a lesson. Universe will look at you until you grow. So everything you see takes time. Every seed that must germinate, all of them must pass through the time of growing in secret, growing in silence, growing without celebration. That's your mango seed, that's your pear seed, that's your corn seed. They must grow down before they grow up. And the level of roots that they have down will determine their strength up. If they grow in shallow ground, I will talk about the shallow ground very soon. Small thing will come and weed them away. So that is why you see all these things happen. Another person is Jesus Christ. Let me give this in Christ. Christ, of course, it took him 30 years for us to hear about him. After his birth, Only scanty messages, 12 years in the temple, listening, but nothing really happened. God took this guy 30 years to prepare him for just 3 years journey. You know, just come on 15 days to read book, you are complaining. 15 days of just let's qualify you problem. Must I read book? Must I come to millionaire school? Whereas he took Christ 30 years to perform just 3 years. Just to perform 3 years. And this is the way we are today. Church everywhere. Because of a man's commitment to 30 years of training, go to temple, listen, ask questions to Pharisees, make sure intelligent question, disturb. You have to learn, then learn. See, if you are dodging this process, cutting it short, okay, great is a fall, and you will not like the fall. Understand that God always passes every seed through the seed of your potentials through a process of time for you to get the harvest, for you to produce the harvest you want. So if you don't subject your seed, those your talents, those your ideas, your guy, if you hold a seed, the seed did not pass through soil, it will die, it will dry off. Yes or yes? So Lukuma pass it through a process. Understand this, where you write this down your notes. There's a time lapse between the promise and the possession of the promise. There's always a time lapse. L-A-P-S. L-A-P-S-E. There's a time lapse between the promise and the possession of the promise. If you understand this, it will help you. So you keep working on yourself, because you know that it is better you pray for opportunities and it did not come than not to prepare. Opportunity come, you are not prepared. So you know that opportunity must come. There's a time lapse between the promise and possessing of the promise. For Abraham, the promise and possessing the promise. For Joseph, the promise and possessing the promise. For Moses, the promise and the for Christ. Everything, there's a time lapse. There's a time lapse of between when you become a doctor, you can jump to become a practicing doctor. There's a time lapse. That time lapse is to learn. You write jam, study first semester, second semester, write a quiz, write exams, and all them have course outlines, some 2 credit units, some 3 credit units. You must pass through, you must go through that process. Those process was to make you the ultimate version of yourself. So never talk about process. What you are passing through right now is a process to teach you how to survive when fuel is 1,800 naira per liter. Is it good or very good? So you have to survive it. You have to be strong. Say, I'm strong.
I'm sure.
Because entrepreneurs are made in difficult moments. In fact, most of us are making more money right now because we are looking for opportunities. People are crying right now. See, they are looking for food, and we can give you food. People are looking for opportunities. You know, every problem is an opportunity to make money. As an entrepreneur solves problems, we see problems as opportunity. Only poor men see problems as problem. It's not problem. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. So there's always a time lapse, but people are not patient. So youth are not patient. They are not patient with the process. They want shortcut that is cutting their life short. The process is also learn. He said, I want money. Okay, this money I want to make it. They give it to you. Your money will even give you because you start misbehaving. That is a problem. So you have to understand that this take everything. Learn and learn. Practice, learn. But not to jump the process. No. The process is to make you unbreakable and unstoppable. So let's go to the foregrounds. And it always happened in the parable of the sower. Of course, he went to sow seeds. Some fell on the way side. So what happened? The best of the earth do what? Pick them. So the first ground is that they are talking to you. You know, they enter your heart. If I say they talk for you, they come for you. Okay? Devil, they carry you like this. Yes, I understand. Devil, they carry you like this. They work out. So the first ground is the west side. Turn on west side. Why is it? Why is that ground? Why do we call it ground? Because that particular seed did not have any roots to grow down. Yes or yes? So that is why if you don't grow, we are all soil. All of us are all ground. So how do you know that you're a fertile person to invest in? It's because you accept information. You're a fertile ground. But if you don't take instructions, that's why it's not good to work with people that don't accept instruction, because the scripture says, he that walk with the wise will be what? Wise. The companion of fools will be what? They strong. And who is the fool? Fools hate knowledge. And he says something, he said that in the Proverbs 18 verse 20, Proverbs 18 verse 18, he said that poverty and shame shall be to those that do what? Refuse instructions. So once you don't accept instruction, that person into a talk to them in our west side. Turn our west side. Some fall on shallow ground. Turn on shallow. It does develop small roots. That's the second ground. Small roots. And when they begin to grow, nothing to grow again. So what happened to them? Of course, everything will just take them away. Why some fall on the thorns, the ground of thorns, that when they begin to grow, negative things, bad environment, Chook all everything you tell them. Why some fall on good soil? Some produce 80, some 60, some 100. Tell them I'm producing 100.
I am producing
No,
100%.
that one is begging for the charge card. Tell them I am producing 100.
I am producing 100%.
So for you to produce 100, your ground must be fertile. And let's take some notes right now. Write this one down on your notes, okay? And the parable of sower explains why some people will never realize their full potentials. The parable of sower in Matthew 13. The parable of sower in Matthew 13. The parable of sower in Matthew 13 explain why some people will never realize their full potentials. They will never. No matter what you do for them, they can never. And I'll tell you why to never. Because you have to understand. Because why they will never preach? They refuse to grow. They refuse to grow down. They refuse to accept information. So you see, they refuse to accept knowledge. Problem happened. Right, full stop. Write this down now. In every case, the seed was good. In every case, the seed was good. Full stop. In every case, why the one that fell on the wayside, the shallow ground, the thorns, and the good ground, the seed was good. But the only thing that made the ground bad is that it did not allow the seed to operate at the natural process of time. It did not allow the seed to operate, to grow in the process of natural process of time. It did not allow the seed. It did not allow the seed. The only thing that made the ground bad was that it did not allow the seed to grow through the natural process of what? Time. The seed was supposed to grow down. That make the ground bad. The information was not absorbed. In every case, the seed was good, full stop. The only thing that made the ground bad was that it did not allow the seed to grow in the natural process of time. It did not allow the seed to grow in the natural process of time. So right now, what you need now is to do 4 things. That is one of the most important things. How to grow? You must do primary investment. Invest in knowledge, invest in skills, invest in your business, and invest in quality relationships. So if you don't do these 4 things, you are not allowed the seed of your potential to pass through the natural process of time. No matter what you do, okay, I give you 5-10 years, the business will collapse. Everything will do fall down. You are still nothing, everything is working against you. Nothing is working against you. You do not allow the seed of your ideas, the seed of your potential to pass through these 4 things, which is knowledge investment, of course, skill investment, investing in your own business, and in quality relationships. If you do these 4 things, you are passed through a natural process of time. No matter what you do, you turn to gold. You succeed in primary investment. I said, in every case, the seed was good. There was no record that seed was bad. The only thing that made the ground bad was that they did not allow the seed to pass through the natural process of what? Time. That may be the problem. So many people that refuse the primary investment. That's why they're struggling, of course, in the secondary investment. If I want to study medicine and surgery, I must pass through a primary investment to read the book, go my lab, do this, do that one, and I will have to go for 1 year housemanship, whatever they call it, internship or housemanship. I have to go through the 1 year program to observe a doctor. I must know where to cut. I must study anatomy. All those things you must be skillful to. If you are those gynecology, you must know all those things. So you are trying to become a doctor and you are dodging those processes. You are thinking you are smart. You are just shooting yourself on your leg. It's very, very bad. Because many people want to be successful today. And how many books have you read about business? You should be the minimum of 5 books about business. How many books have you read about investment? How many books have you read about personal investment in yourself, personal development, development? So you know, also open up what is on the inside to the outside. So how many books have you thought about imagination and investment? These are the 2 things that will give you advantage in life. That's why they don't teach these 2 things in school. Imagination and investment. These 2 courses they can never teach you in school, because this is what makes a rich man rich. This is the only thing that makes a poor man poor. They don't understand these 2 things. They don't understand it. So they don't understand that if you remove it from school curriculum, you will pick it, they will be perpetually broke and poor. Then we can rule and influence them. But because you never teach people how to use their imagination to imagine, to create their life, because your imagination is your laboratory. It is your face. It is the reality of your life. But they not teach how to use the power of your mind. So don't use your mind. Don't even know about investment. These 2 subjects gives you advantage in society. How many books have you read about these 2 subjects? Think and Grow Rich, Secret of the Millionaire's Mind, 21 Success Secrets by Brian Tracy. You need to read about these things that will give you advantage in society. It's an advantage. You just jump to, I want to make money. You don't want to follow anything at all. While are they? If people like us, we don't even waste your time again on you, because there's no need to waste time on people that don't want to grow. Write this one down. Anyone who does not allow for time and process is a bad gram and will never amount to anything, and he will waste opportunities all the days of his life. Anyone who does not allow for time and process, anyone who does not allow time and process is a bad ground. Anyone that don't give time for time and process You don't give your seeds of potential time, and we don't want to give it. It's a bad ground. There's no need. Just don't worry yourself about that such individual. Anyone that doesn't allow time and process is a bad ground and will not amount to anything because he wastes opportunities all the days of his life. He wastes resources because he has not become resourceful. Until you are resourceful, you cannot handle resources. That's why a bad workman quarrel with his tools. Until you are resourceful, you cannot handle resources. You squander it, you waste it, you sabotage it. I said, anyone who does not allow time and process is a bad ground and will never amount to anything because he will waste opportunities. In fact, most of them will not even identify opportunities. They will not even know it. There's opportunity. They're looking for sharp money. Niger bait, Ponzi scheme, this thing. They're looking for airdrop. That they will be tapping. The thumb and white tapper, looking for shortcut out of life. It's good to go shortcut, but the things that to cut your life short, that is the problem there. So there's nothing about this shortcut thing. You want to have a child, you're in a hurry to have a child. You must wait for 9 months. 9 months. No matter how hurry you are to have a child, 9 months is sacrosanct. Sacrosanct. You cannot cut down this journey. If you cut it down, you might have a premature baby. You might there's a lot of problems. It costs you so much money, time and effort. So anyone that doesn't allow time and process is a bad ground and will not amount to anything because it wastes every opportunities. God's seeds and potentials is real. So listen to me, but don't write this one down. God's seeds and potential is real. Do you have potentials to build a big business? Yes. Let's write it down. Write it down. Do I have a potential to build a big business? You write it there. Yes. I'll give you things to write down. So you go back and look at your life. Now all of you here have potentials. Write it there. Do I have a potential to build a big business? You put question mark and you give your answer there. Yes. Big capital letter YES. Because all of you have the potential to build a big business. Dynasty. You have a potential to build gigantic project. Do I have a potential to build a big business? You give your answer yes. Number 2 question. Do I have the potentials to influence outcomes? Write the yes. Do I have a potential to direct an industry? Write the yes, I do. Give yourself, do I have a potential to build and command millions of followers? Give the yes, I do. All of you have potentials. Do I have a potential to liberate my family from pains of poverty? Write the yes, I do. Do I have write it there, write it. Do I have the potentials to liberate my family from pains of poverty? Write it down. Do I have the potentials to liberate my family from pains of poverty? Write this one very broad. Do I have the potential to liberate my family from pains of poverty? Question mark. Write the yes, I do. Because you have. All of you have. Do I have the potential to liberate my family from the pains of poverty? Write the yes, I do. Do I have the potentials to move my family to the pinnacle of prosperity? Write the do I have the potentials to move my family to the pinnacle of prosperity? Question mark. Give yourself answer. Yes, I do. You have potential. Yes, now you do. You miss some. Okay, I said that you should ask yourself this question. Do I have the potential to build a big business? You say, yes, I do. Do I have a potential to be a center of influence? Yes, I do. Do I have a potential to command and direct an industry? Yes, I do. Do I have the potential to liberate my family from pains of poverty? Yes, I do. Do I have the potential to move my family to the pinnacle of prosperity? Yes, I do. I can give yourself so many other questions. Do I have the potential to build an estate? Yes, I do. Do I have the potential to be a millionaire? Yes, I do. All of you have. All kinds of potentials, great ideas, great skills, great businesses, all kinds of potentials. All of you have it. All of you have it. All of you have it. Okay, I think I can stop here. Tomorrow we just conclude this class. But let me mark where I stop. So let me end today's class. So do you have the potentials to buy Rolls Royce? Yes, I do. Do you have a potential to buy Rolex of 58 million naira wristwatch? Yes, I do. That is not real. That is called statement of accessory. It's called luxury. It's not luxury. You could weigh 58 million as wristwatch. 58 million naira as wristwatch. That 58 million be like 100 naira. Small money. It's not small money. Yes, you have. It's small money. Yes, you have. There are the potentials to change the course of an industry. Yes, I do. There are potentials to move your family to the pinnacle of prosperity. Yes, I do. There are potentials to liberate my family from the pains of poverty. Yes, I do. But those who write this one as we close to this class. Right. We all have all kinds of potentials. We all have all kinds of potentials. Come on. Great ideas. Come on. We all have all kinds of potentials, great ideas, great skill sets, great business plan. We all have all kinds of potentials. We all have all kinds of potentials, great ideas, great skill set, great business plan, great strategy, etc. All this potential must be submitted to the process of time. All these your seed of potentials must be submitted to the process of time to produce the harvest you desire. All of them. We'll stop there for today. Because if you don't understand that you need a mastermind group, and you have to create your mastermind group, that you have to start from mind clinic. If you don't create your mastermind group, okay, you'll be struggling. It's called mastermind strategy. It's a strategy that every great man used to grow up and never come down. Christ have 12 disciples called mastermind. So no mastermind. He created them. He moves around, say, you come follow me. I'll make you fishers of men. You follow me. He calls men. You must go and knock on doors. Call men. Work with men. Everything we teach you, teach them. Everything we give you, give them. Grow them. Be a light to them. Okay, you will never be self-fulfillment is achieving something for yourself is fulfilling. Helping others to achieve something for themselves is more self-fulfilling. When will your life start adding value to people's life? When will you stop begging? When will you stop asking? When will you start becoming a value? When will you start adding value? Okay, on the last day, God will tell you, I gave you time on earth. What did you do with your time? You say things were hard. I was born in Nigeria, and things were. You'll be complaining on the last day. I have no time. I didn't have money. Okay, all the ideas we gave to you, what did you do with it? Did you even discuss it at all? He said, I hide my own. I know you're a bad master, so I kept it the way you gave me so that I'll give it to you. They will slap you, they bad. What they will do to you, nobody like them. So please, you need to wake up every morning. It will shock you. The money you are looking for is in other people. Is in the lives you will touch. Is the life you add value to their life. So you are holding back to yourself. You are holding back your resources. You can never be resourceful. You okay? So look for somebody and add value to somebody. Let somebody come and say, because I met you, my life become better. Because I met you, I have a good marriage. Because I met you, I pay my children's school fee. Because I met you, I bought a land. Because I met you, I built a house. Because I met you, I'm now living a life of Christ. When will somebody give good report about you? When? It's always backbiting and gossiping. Come and say what you said last week. And you are trying to explain yourself, you cannot explain. So please, it's about you sitting down and say, why am I even on earth? That is the biggest thing. Because until you think like this, anybody that makes money, ask questions. Why am I on earth? Okay, I'm here to produce shoes. I'm going to produce clothes. I'm going to do. That's the started moving on the other direction, and let me affect lives on my journey, and they begin to make money. Because you cannot make money until your value is transformed to product or services. Until what you know is useful to someone else, what you know is useless. Tell them, neighbor. Until what you know is useful to someone else, what you know is useless. Say your neighbor. Until what you do is impactful to someone else, what you do is useless. So why are you doing things that nobody is benefiting? Because you're a beggar. Tell your neighbor, I am not a beggar. I am a giver. So I'm a value addition. So the process of time is to make you become the ultimate version of yourself. The process of production is to make you produce more. He that the Father loves, he prone. Of course, if any garden that is prone, he attract butterflies. So not butterflies. You don't chase butterflies. Take care of your garden. Butterflies come to you. You don't chase money. Take care of yourself. Money comes to you. You don't chase success. Take care of your mindset. In fact, the quality of your thinking attract the quality of people to your life. The quality of conversations you have bring quality people into your life. You want your life to be better? Think positive. Have quality conversation, and the sky will be your starting point. Thank you so much. God bless you. Tomorrow we should be able to finish this topic because I've taken time to talk about these moments because I know it's important in your life. So the online community, don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Reason is because mentorship is the shortest cut to success. He that stands on the shore of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day and see you at top. Thank you so much. For the rest of us here, I know you must have learned one or two